Hey, how's it going? Welcome to our channel, Why Not Now? My name is Steven, and this is my beautiful wife, Lisa Marie.
Today,
hey, how's it going? Welcome to our channel, Why Not Now? My name is Steven, and this is my beautiful wife, Lisa Marie. What are we doing today?
So today we are actually going to go across the street to a little restaurant called Pura Vida. It will be our first time going there. It is right across from the hotel, the Quality Inn, which is where we are staying right now. We are displaced here in beautiful Mazatlan in the state of Sinaloa. So we'll go ahead and check it out, show you guys, what we're gonna get on the menu, and we'll go ahead and also give you some tips. We have 8 tips. Things to pay attention to if you are looking to come here and live an affordable life, because that's what we are about, living in Mexico. We've been living in Mexico for over a year now. We have our temporary residency. For those of you who don't know, we lived in Santiago de Queretaro for a little over a year, and we've done some traveling. We've been to Oaxaca, lived there for a very, very short time. Make sure you check out those videos, guys. You're going to want to know the apartment tour, the pros and cons, and why we left Oaxaca. So that is very important to check out. But today we're going to talk about tips about Mazatlan. We've been here for a few weeks now. We considered staying here, then we learned it wasn't for us. We want to share these tips with our viewers because we think they're important for you to know. We think it can give you an edge here on the rental market, as well as just the day-to-day basic life. There are some basic tips. We have 8 for you. And then we'll go ahead and stroll through Zona Dorada a bit, give you a little quick view there, and let's go to the amazing, beautiful beach here and check it out.
All right, so I'm gonna turn it around and show you the restaurant up front. That's where we headed, and I will pick back up with you once we get over there.
So we came out of Pura Vida, and to give you our honest opinion, as we always do, it wasn't horrible, but it wasn't that great. I wouldn't go there again. I wouldn't recommend it, honestly. I think people just go there for the atmosphere, to be out there on the patio. That's just my thought on it. To just tell you really quickly, my eggs Benedict, I love having, eggs Benedict, and it's supposed to be a little bit runny in the middle, and it was completely dry. And the ham just tasted overly salty, and the hash brown that came with it was completely greasy. So that's my take on it. I'll let my husband give you his take.
I'm real quick. 1 out of 5, I give it a 3. My pancakes and bacon was okay. That was it. But I think people go there for the environment. But we over here in the Golden Zone.
Zona
Dorada. And we're just walking around over here. Like I said, this is a touristy area. It's one of the main attractions where people come over this area because they like the nightlife. So I'm going to turn it around real quick, show you what we're looking at in front of us.
Yeah, we'll show you some views, and then occasionally we'll turn it so you can see our amazing, beautiful faces that you guys love to see so much.
Yeah, this is the Playa Mazatlan thing. I've seen that rental, but of course they don't accept dogs. That's how that works sometimes.
We heard some jazz music actually playing there the other night. It was real nice. We came out at night and then they were playing some jazz. So that was lovely here.
Yeah, that was cool. And also, amigo. I don't know what's going on today, but I've been seeing a lot of police riding around. They circled around like 4 or 5 times already.
While we were sitting in the Pura Vida having a bite to eat, and then you can see them up ahead. They have a bunch of cars as well as trucks riding around with people just completely suited up with big rifles. Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
They're ready for whatever. Turn it around.
Buen día.
Buen día, señorita.
This is the Pulmonía. Pulmonía.
Yeah.
And they are always riding up and down this strip, as well as Sabalo, Camarón, pretty much anywhere in the Golden Zone area, and even in other areas. This is Auriga. Here on the right, they also are taxi.
Yeah, those are
You'll see them a lot over here for shared rides.
Of course, they have another hotel over there, Aztec Inn. You have the Quality Inn. There's a lot of hotels kind of down in the strip, and then you have a lot of souvenir shops. and little eateries, restaurants, and things like that.
Yeah, they're constantly building too. You'll see a lot of high rises, and I always wonder like where they're gonna have the space to put another, but some way they either renovate an old building or they just keep building up.
Yeah, they're gonna build up.
Yeah, I mean, I can imagine it must be lovely to spend a few days. I wouldn't say to live in the long term for us personally, but if you are coming to the beach and you want to have that experience, a little vacation or whatever, to be in one of those high rises next to the beach. Yesterday was actually, we were walking about and it was a pretty nice day. It was actually overcast and very windy, and we were loving that, being by the beach. It was a different experience because the few weeks that we've been here, speaking of the police, let me turn it around. As you can see, it's just, I don't know what the deal is with today. If somebody out here in Mazatlan, I know by the time you see this video will be long past that, but if you know if this is the norm, we've been here a few weeks and we haven't seen this much police action until today.
Yeah. We are in the state of Sinaloa, but I don't know. I thought Mazatlan was protected.
Yeah.
But
it's very protected, obviously.
Yeah. But you see over here, the little souvenir shops. They have the little where you can buy the little blow up things for the kids in the pool.
Buen día, señora.
Hola, no, gracias, señora. But yeah, this is kind of like the golden zone for you. To be honest with you, it's gonna be touristy as hell, and they're trying to get money. I understand all that. They're trying to get money. You have the shrimp factory right there. Then you have Senor Frogs. Have a bunch of little shops.
We've heard that Mazatlan has the biggest shrimp. Is this true? Who has seafood up here? How was your experience? We've had some. It was pretty good. We had it. Hola.
Triangle. Yeah, Latino movie.
Can I hold it?
Yes,
Is he gonna bite me?
of course not.
I'm scared. I don't believe you. Mentiroso.
No mentiroso, poquito.
Wait, hold on. I wanna touch it.
No, look.
Oh, he's so cute. Oh my goodness. Oh, he's beautiful. You are beautiful.
Where are you guys from?
Estados Unidos, pero vivamos en Querétaro, Santiago de Queretaro por un año.
Oh, nice.
Oh my goodness, wait a minute. What do you do all day? Is this what you do all day? Just show people this thing?
No. What I do, I sell tours.
Okay, what kind of tours? I'm just messing with you.
I got Isla de la Piedra, which is all inclusive. It comes with open bar, snorkeling.
Wait a minute. Tell the viewers so that way, if you guys are coming, what is your name?
My name is Abraham.
Abraham is in front of Senor
Frogs.
and he sells tours, so he's gonna go ahead and tell you what he does. So if you guys come here to Mazatlan, come see Abraham. Go ahead, Abraham.
Hi guys. I sell tours, activities in Mazatlan. Isla de la Piedra, it's all inclusive. Comes with open bar, snorkeling, banana, a beach club,
Horseback riding.
For only $35.
How much?
$35.
$35. How long?
It's 4-hour tours.
4 hours. Really? That's not bad, guys. That's not bad.
And then I got this one, Sensation. This one. It has a Mexican band inside. It's open bar, same thing, but this is a little more expensive. This is $60.
Wait, better me now. Wait a minute, guys. For me now, the horseback riding, you said was $35?
$35.
For 4 hours.
We can go like maybe this week before we
You can go today if you want to.
Really?
Yes. 2 o'clock, and that way you guys can see a beautiful sunset as well.
I think we need to do this tour.
How would you get to it? Like, where would we need to meet up?
Well, where you guys staying at?
We're right around the corner.
Yeah.
We'll pick you up at your hotel, or if you guys want to meet up right here, we'll pick you up right here.
Okay, at 2 o'clock?
Yeah, 1:35.
At 1:35. Okay. And then when is the next tour? Tomorrow? What time?
It's every day, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, and 2 o'clock.
Okay.
And you're here tomorrow as well?
I'm here tomorrow as well.
I want to do this. I don't know if you want to do it. I don't want to push you for this afternoon, but maybe
Tomorrow, most
okay.
definitely.
And also what I do as well, we invite people to know our hotels. This is a Mexican-owned hotel, so we want the money to stay here in Mexico to give us employment and everything, all the benefits to Mexicans. Because you see all the big towers right there, they're European-owned. So all the money's going away.
We talk
We were
about
just
this a lot
talking
on our
about that,
channel.
yeah.
We always say that it's important to pay attention because it's different when you come here to vacation and when you're living here as a local, and we want to make sure that the locals are doing well, because it wouldn't be fair that you come to enjoy the beautiful country of Mexico, but then the locals here are struggling. So let's hear his perspective on that. We want to hear your perspective on
Well,
that.
first of all, like I said, we represent these hotels. It's a Mexican guy that owns them, and all the money he gives us, employee benefits like Social Security and all the benefits that we need as a human beings. So if you work for them, you don't get all the benefits.
Yeah.
You get paid 200 pesos a day,
Wow.
and they exploit you 8 to 10 hours a day.
That is very sad.
So we try to change that, but it's very difficult because they're big change.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we want people to know who we are and what we're doing, so they could at least know who we are and know that we're out there. So we're an option for you guys. I'm your Mexican butler.
No, you're not a
Not a butler.
No, he is your
Just
tour
helping us
guide.
to- yeah, helping
He's
us.
your tour guide, and these are the people that you want to support when you come to Mazatlan, when you come to Sinaloa, when you come to Mexico in general. We always push that. Support the locals, guys. That's very, very important. So big.
I'll say hello to Rango.
Oh, he's a beauty. Look at him. He's good. You want to touch him?
No.
You don't want to touch him?
Why not?
Oh, he's beautiful. This is perfect. He's a beauty. He's really.
Continue to walking around Golden Zone. We just left over there. She was all enamored about.
I was still chatting with Abraham. It really bothers me. It hurts my heart to hear that the Mexican people are not benefiting. And I'm not surprised by this. We talk about this on our channel all the time. You know, you come here and you visit Mazatlan, but you have to know who you're supporting, and the Mexican locals need your support here. That's the people you want to go ahead and have that money go to support the economy, because not every business that you see here, yes, we want to support everyone, but think about that. You know, it's their country, and if they're not able to feed their families and are able to live comfortably, that isn't fair. So you see good people, you see, you know, honorable businesses, support them, guys. Support the Mexican locals.
That's true. Okay, turn it around and show you guys the beautiful scenery up front. They have a couple of rentals over here up top.
They look very basic. I don't know.
Yeah, I think they're probably basic, but they may do the job for you.
Oh, here, there's a sign. Se renta
Yeah,
habitaciones.
se renta. Then you have a couple of them up there for sale. But
The views are
the view,
incredible.
that's the thing. The view is what sells it. Right here. But yeah, wife was all liking the iguana. We've seen a couple of them, like we were mentioning in our previous video. We had seen one. They were huge, man.
Yeah.
Like
how
like Abraham said, it's like a
it can
prehistoric
grow to
dinosaur.
What, 5 to 6 foot, 6 foot, right, in length.
I don't know how big they really can grow, but I think they can get pretty big.
He said that one is still growing. It'll probably get to be about 2 feet. And I was asking him, well, how did you get this? Did you capture him? He said it was his friends when he was a baby, and his friend didn't want it. So he trained it by, they tie a little string around the body and loosely, and they learn to stay with you. And he was so sweet. Really.
So they don't run away.
But now he doesn't. He was actually holding on to me with his little back feet when I was trying to give him back. He wanted to stay.
No, we're not having an iguana pet.
I think I wanted to go on a
Oh
pet.
my God.
I would love one now. I think about that. Huh?
See right here, they have the oysters and everything. Fresh catch of the day.
Oh
They have coconuts over there. Actually pretty cool. Hola. Hola. But I forgot what we were talking about.
Well, you definitely, well, my husband mentioned about the seafood, you definitely want to go and get it early in the morning. That way it's not, some people, you know,
Hola, buenas tardes. No gracias, no gracias.
you want to make sure it's fresh, obviously, because this is salad and it's seafood. You know, just be cautious.
Yeah.
But we mentioned the embarcadero.
No, necesito.
Embarcadero is further down, going towards Olas Altas, and you'll see it over there, and it's not far from Centro either end. They sell their fresh fish, their fresh catch of the day. So if you go out there 8 o'clock in the morning, you'll get some nice seafood over there.
Yep. Okay, we're over in the Golden Zone, and
Yeah, we actually
Show
went
you.
there.
That's a restaurant right there we going to. It's pretty good.
This is called Panchos.
Panchos. Yep, Panchos.
We enjoyed our first seafood meal here, and then after we said, okay, we gotta start reeling it in because we don't want to, we wanted to keep on a budget, but it was nice to go there and enjoy a meal right there and have the view of the ocean, and it wasn't too expensive actually. To be honest, I want to say, do you remember how much we spent there? Was it about 500?
600.
600 pesos at most. And honestly, it was way better than that breakfast we had, and there was like a 200 peso difference. So I would definitely recommend coming to Panchos and checking them out. I had, I wish I could remember the name of it.
She had a ceviche there, and then she had a
what was that name of that dish I had? It was really good. It had like a creamy sauce with scallops, and I think it has some
octopus.
pulpo, octopus mixture with some rice and some steamed veggies. It was really good. And you had the first time. Do you remember? It was like it was a big plate.
I just had a Mexican. It was called a Mexican plate.
Yeah.
It just had added cheddar and a mixture of burritos and stuff like that. Yeah. But okay, we out here. You see the high rises, and we normally go over here to this rock, to the the little I don't know the name of it right now.
To the edge, really up the water. And we're gonna talk about our 8 points. You know, we didn't forget. While you have these beautiful views of the ocean, we're gonna talk loud because it's pretty windy. And even though my husband does have the
wind muff thing on, wind muff buffer on,
it can only do so much, right?
Only do so much. And
but hey,
and hopefully the sun's not too bright in you guys' eyes.
If you guys want to support us when it comes to equipment, there's things that cost regular, it costs money to do this. You have to have equipment. If you want to have, upgrades and things like that, you can always check out our Ko-fi link. You can check out our PayPal link. The Ko-fi link does not require an account for you to go ahead and contribute, and you can help support us. We appreciate that.
Yeah. This is pretty beautiful out here, though. I'm gonna be honest with you.
We'll miss it.
How strong the wind is. It's saying caution. For stingrays, it's just saying it's a strong wind. Strong wind. Yeah, we can go there.
We're definitely gonna miss the beach when we leave.
Most definitely don't need you falling right now.
No, and not into the water, right?
Look at these pterodactyls out there, guys. They eating fish or something. I don't know.
They're so beautiful.
They're diving in, eating fish out there right now.
Wow, that's incredible. It's almost like they're riding the wave, right? They're like riding the wave, waiting for the fish.
Strong, man. Waves are pretty strong today. All right, let's talk about
what we came to talk about.
Yeah.
So, number one, you'll start with the Ubers and deliveries and taxis.
Uber over here, it's recommended to do cash over here. If you have your car linked to your Uber, they will take forever to come pick you up. They will drop it every once in a while. They will ask you, is it efectivo or tarjeta?
Yeah, they text you.
And it's like they don't like it. They want it to be straight cash. And we got into a car with an Uber driver, and he told us that you need to change that to cash because over here they prefer cash. It's like that for Didi, it's like that for Uber. And even if you're ordering food, if it's on your card, your food will sit at the restaurant 8 times out of 10 because they want the cash. I don't know how they what type of maneuvering they're doing with the cash, but they just prefer the cash.
Yeah, and to be honest, we had an experience a few days ago. We had to switch Airbnb because it was booked up, and we went ahead and my husband used Uber to call a driver, and we always immediately send a message through the app to the driver directly, let him know we have 3 maletas, so 3 suitcases, 2 mochilas, 2 big backpacks. We have our dogs. We let them know ahead of time. That way, if they can't fit it in their car, because the cars are much smaller over here, right? Yeah. That they know ahead of time. And we had like 2 people drop it, obviously, and then one guy he came, so we thought everything was all good. When he arrived there, he looked and he said, "Oh, I can only fit 2 suitcases in." And I said, "Well, I'm sorry. I texted you. I let you know that there were 3 and 2 backpacks and everything else." And then he said, "Okay, well, you cancel." And I said, "No." I said, "You have to cancel because I let you know I did my part." And then he proceeded
they just want to get paid for their time. That's how they look at it. Because Uber, they feel like they're paid for their time.
Right.
So he was trying to wait it out. And I just sat there.
He literally parked in front of where we were and sat there and try to see. Like,
yeah, but I just went ahead and got DD and went about it that way.
Right.
So when you coming out here, make sure you switch your thing to cash.
Yeah. Okay. Number 2, the real estate agents. A couple of points about renting over here. For it's big because of the type of area that you're coming to, right? Very touristy. It's known as like the coast. The real estate agents here, I think they get paid in a structure of the length of a lease. The commission maybe will be more for them because, and I say this because they're always pushing you for a year. And there are a lot of foreigners that come here, tons of Canadians, tons of people from the U.S., right? That they come here, they want to rent for 6 months, and then they go about their way. It's very common. We've rented, in Oaxaca, Mexico, in Queretaro, and although people do like to have a year, it's never been to this level before. Over here, 9 times out of 10, they are going to tell you before they even answer your question if the apartment is available. When you go on, like, say, on Facebook, or when you meet a real estate agent to look at an apartment, they go, it's for a year, right? They don't, it's for a year, right? They want to force you and bully you. So keep that in mind. We have gotten around it a little bit, but every time they were trying to force you for a year. But if you have contact with the owner directly of an apartment, which we did, they're willing to go ahead and give you 3 months, month to month, 6 months. Most of them don't care. So keep that in mind. They're going to try to bully you. It's not required. They try to make it seem like it's required, but it is not, guys.
Yeah.
So I'll let my husband take the next one, which is about the apartment services and what's included. What we've noticed in the rental culture here in Mazatlan.
Over here, they don't include anything, to be honest with you. And then they may say, oh, you get maintenance. Come on, maintenance, and you may have water. And then if they don't include water, they tell you water is very cheap. And if it's very cheap, why don't you include it? But then it's like you have to get internet. The internet could be 500 pesos a month. Then electric over here, the bill will be crazy.
It's hot.
I understand that, but at least when we're in Querétaro or when we're looking at other rentals, they give you internet, water, cable. You may have to pay for gas, so they may give you gas. They may give you all services up to 1,500 pesos, and anything over 1,500 pesos, they say that you will be responsible. But over here, they don't include anything, man.
And that's just one example. Up to 1,500 doesn't mean like that's the
norm.
Yeah. It just that was our experience. Every apartment is going to be different, but meaning there's flexibility. That's the bottom line. There's flexibility. Whereas over here, it seems, and we saw at least 30 apartments and spoke to people about way more apartments than even that number. And it seems to me that it is the norm not to include services because they probably know the electric is going to be, the light bill will be very high. So, okay, next one. It is very, very difficult. It has been for us. We have two Yorkies. One's a Morkie actually, and the other one's a toy Yorkie. They're very tiny dogs, and they don't shed hair. They're hypoallergenic, but it is very, very hard, even when we tell people this, to find a pet-friendly unit. And when you do find one, it's really not the best one. So it has been more of a challenge in Mazatlan than any other place we've been to find a pet-friendly rental for sure. We were considering staying here long-term. We noticed that.
Yeah, even when we try to send them the pictures, and they're so small, they're still like, nope, can't do it.
And usually, you try to negotiate. You say, okay, well, I'll give you a few extra pesos a month, couple hundred pesos a month, but they're not even considering it.
Yeah, we will sign something letting you know that we'll be responsible for the damages and all. They don't even consider it.
I'll let my husband take the next one, which is the brown water.
Oh yeah, I noticed over here that the water is brown. I don't know if it's because of it's by ocean, by the beach, the sand is mixing in with the plumbing, or just old plumbing, or I just don't know.
We've been to a lot of Airbnbs. Yeah,
but everywhere we've gone, Airbnbs, and we've even looked in apartments, water is brown. And over here they have purifiers, they say reverse osmosis or something inside the units. That way the water can be drinkable, or the water is a little bit more clear. So that's one thing that you can look for in apartments, or Airbnbs. But other than that, the waters over here looks very sandy. It looks like brown, sandy water. Yeah. That's what it looks like.
Get used to looking at your toilet and it looking brown. Look at your water coming out the faucet and it's gonna be brown. Just FYI.
And you have to brush your teeth with it. I don't know, spit out sand.
No. Okay. be careful in the airport, okay? For those of you who travel to Mazatlan frequently, you will know this. For other people, you won't know. And I attribute and I thank this information to a man that we met when we were flying from Oaxaca City to Mazatlan. He was actually a Mexican American, originally from Saltillo, Mexico. So hi to everybody in Saltillo. He said that Saltillo is doing a great job in building it up. So we're gonna check it out one day. It's closer to the border. But he's the one who told us about this, and I'm glad he did. We came out of the airport, and immediately a gentleman, it looked like he was kind of like an official of the airport, and he was talking to me in a very authoritative kind of way. So I thought maybe I needed to like pull over to the side because we had picked up our checked baggage. And he was like, "Señorita, come over here." Like, and I was like, "Oh, what did I do?" And then I realized he was using that tactic. All he was somebody selling timeshares. Yep. And then when you come out further, they have signs saying taxi and everything. And if you don't know, you're looking for the taxi booth. You're thinking that's a taxi, and they lie to you and tell you, "Yeah, we're the taxi." Well, what they do is they tell you the taxi ride is free, and then they try to make you go ahead and go see the timeshares and whatnot, and it's a whole big scam. We didn't do it. We knew about it, but just keep that in mind. They are not taxis. They are not airport officials. Yeah. They're going to go ahead and tell you this is free and that's free, and then later on, like the gentleman told us in the airport from Saltillo, he didn't even get his free blanket.
Yeah, and like my wife said, when you leave the baggage claim, they're immediately right there, and it's a sign saying taxi, there's a sign saying transportation, so you're assuming that that's what it is, but nope. Keep going past the baggage claim, walk through the door, go towards the front of the airport, and then go to the right, and then that's when you will see the colectivos, the taxis, and things like that.
Yeah.
That will be your transportation.
It's an official booth actually there, and they give you a ticket, and then you go outside with your ticket, and then you get in your collectivo and you tell them where you're going.
Yep. So and only if you're doing transportation, do it that way. Don't just run out there and just jump into cars. It's not official.
Yes.
Because they give you that warning. They tell you, please do not just jump in any unofficial cars, because this is the state of Sinaloa, guys. This is the state of Sinaloa.
So and with that being said, is that any touristic type of area, tourists are going to be targeted. So anywhere you go, whether it's the U.S. wherever, pay attention. Make sure you're mindful of that. I'm going to let my husband take the last one.
Flooding. Okay, yeah, flooding. Down in we've noticed in the streets down here, there's a lot of little flooding going on. Over here in the golden zones, on the Dorados, down in Central. We've heard Central was prone to flooding. And if you check out the previous video we were doing down in Central, down in Playa Sur, you see that they were doing some construction, and you see how high the water was. So I can understand why there would be flooding if there's a big storm coming over here. They say it rarely rains over here. It doesn't rain a lot, but they did have a hurricane over here, I think a couple years back, or a year or two ago. But they said flooding down here is a major issue.
Yeah, and we definitely saw that even in Central, right? A lot of flooding in Central.
Yeah, it's all your cars just driving by, and the water was pretty, like coming up on their tires. It's pretty, and it was very sunny out. So yeah. I only can imagine what it really would be.
I kind of wonder where that water's coming from, because it wasn't like it rained. So I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. It may be coming up under the streets or whatever. Like every morning when we wake up, we go outside. The streets have a lot of water all on them.
Yeah.
It can't be from people spraying water hoses and stuff. So
where is it coming from, guys? Guys who live in Mazatlan, let us know. Share your thoughts below in the comments. But we thank you for enjoying this day with us.
Hope you heard it well with the microphone. I have a wind muffler on, but the wind is strong.
You can't control nature. Just enjoy it.
Yep, wind is strong. So, we're going to end it as always.
As always, live the life that you were meant to live. Keep a grateful heart.
And remember, why not now? All right, peace.